Hi, I am Dr. J. Suresh Gaud, Associate Professor of Mathematics, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Today, we are going to discuss about F-test. Before going to start this test, F-test, previously in the previous sessions, we have completed two tests. One is t-test for single mean and second one is t-test for difference of means. If we observe about the previous two tests, t-test for single mean we used only if the problem consists of single sample. Similarly, t-test for difference of means we used the problem consists of two samples and we tested whether there is any significant difference between two means of samples. Now, coming to this test, F-test, here also we are going to take two samples. Here also we are going to take two samples with the mean. The mean of the first sample we know that x1 bar and mean of the second sample we know that x2 bar. And variance of the first sample s1 square and variance of the second sample is s2 square. And size of the first sample n1 and size of the second sample is n2. If you compare this problem or this concept with the t-test for difference of means, the data is same. There also we have two samples with the means and variances. Here also we have two samples with the means and variances. But the difference is the difference of t-test for difference of means and F-test is, in t-test for difference of means we tested whether there is any significant difference between means of the given samples. But here in F-test we are going to test whether there is any significant difference between the variances of samples. That is the main difference between the previous test, t-test for difference of means, and this test, F-test. Here we are going to verify whether there is any significant difference between variances only, not between means. The description of F-test is to test whether there is any significant difference between two samples variances s1 square and s2 square. We are going to use F-test. In F-test, the test statistic F is given by the F formula. Either you can take s1 square by s2 square or F equal to s2 square by s1 square. We can choose any formula, s1 square by s2 square or s2 square by s1 square, depends on this condition. If s1 square value is greater than s2 square, we are going to use F equal to s1 square by s2 square. Suppose if s2 square value is greater than s1 square, we are going to use F-test formula s2 square by s1 square. What is s2 square and s1 square? We know that from the problem s1 square, s2 values, sometimes he may not give s1 square and s2 square values. So in that case, we can find out s1 square equal to 1 by n1 minus 1 sigma xi minus x1 bar whole square. This means sum of squares of deviations from the first mean, from the mean of the first sample, where s2 square is 1 by n2 minus 1 second sample size sigma xi minus x2 bar whole square. This means the sum of squares of deviations from the second sample mean. So this is s1 square and s2 square formulas. After getting s1 square and s2 square, we can use this formula F equal to s1 square by s2 square or F equal to s2 square by s1 square. Now we choose F alpha tabulated value. F alpha, the tabulated value, like T distribution table, we have F distribution table also. At n1 minus 1 comma n2 minus 1 degrees of freedom. n1 minus 1 comma n2 minus 1 degrees of freedom. This is tabulated value, table value or tabulated value. In step 3 at level of significance, we are going to choose f alpha value from the f distribution table. This is the concept of f test. Now going to problems. The description of the first problem is, in one sample of 8 observations, the sum of squares of deviations of the sample values from sample mean was 84.4 and another sample of 10 observations, it was 102.6. So the statement, the first statement in the problem consists of, in one sample of 8 observations, means one sample, the number of observations, the sample size is 8. So n equal to 8. The sum of squares of, already we have discussed sum of squares of. The deviations means xi minus sample values from the sample mean. Which one sample mean? X bar whole square. This value is given 84.4. And another sample means already we have one sample, so that's why the first sample size n1 and the mean is x1 bar. Another sample of, that means second sample n2, size how much? 10. Another sample of size 10. It was 102.6. This one was 102.6 for the second sample. That means sigma xi minus x2 bar whole square equal to 102.6. So in this first statement, n1 value given, n2 value given, the sum of squares of deviation from the first mean is given, the sum of squares of the deviations of the second mean is given. According to the first statement of the problem, we got this data. According to this data, the first statement of the problem, which test is suitable, we are going to decide according to the data. How many samples are there? 2 samples are there. We are not going to use t-test for single mean, because if the problem consists of only one sample, we are going to use t-test for single mean. Now coming to second test, t-test for difference of means. So when we are going to use t-test for difference of means, if the problem consists of 2 samples, and f-test also we are going to use if the problem consists of 2 samples. So here 2 samples are there. We can use t-test for difference of means as well as f-test also according to the first statement of the problem. But the statement of the problem continues that test whether there is any significant difference between 2 sample variances. See, if we have 2 samples, we have x1 bar, x2 bar and s1 square, s2 square. These are the means, these are the variances. To test whether there is any significant difference between 2 sample means, in case if the problem consists of difference between 2 sample means, we are going to use t-test for difference of means that we have discussed in the previous session. But here in the problem mentioned that we are going to test whether there is any significant difference between 2 sample variances, s1 square equal to s2 square. For this we are going to use only f-test, not t-test for difference of means. Like this we have to identify which test is suitable for the given problem according to the sample sizes, according to the means, or according to the variances, we are going to identify which test is suitable for the given problem. So according to the given problem, we concluded that F test is suitable for the given problem. So to find F test, we have a formula in test statistic, F equal to S1 square by S2 square. So but S1 square and S2 square values are not given. So we should find out S1 square. S1 square formula, we know that 1 by N1 minus 1 into sigma xi minus x1 bar whole square. Xi minus x1 bar whole square 84.4 is given. The sample size 8 minus 1 7. If you simplify, we got it 12.057. Similarly, S2 square, xi minus x2 bar whole square by n2 minus 1. Xi minus x2 bar 102.6 by n2 is 10. That's why 10 minus 1 9. If you simplify, we are going to get 11.4. Now we have to test, is there any significant difference between two sample variances at 5% level of significance. 5% means alpha value is given 0.05. Alpha value is 0.05. So F test, we are going to follow procedure for test of hypothesis with the 5 steps. Step 1. We know that step 1 is null hypothesis, which is denoted by H naught. What is null hypothesis? We are going to assume that whatever the statement is given, which is true. What statement is given in the problem? Is there any difference between variances of the samples? We are going to assume that S1 square equal to S2 square, means there is no difference between two sample variances. Like this, we have to set up null hypothesis. Similarly, alternative hypothesis, the symbol is H1. There is a difference. S1 square not equal to S2 square. There is a difference between the variances of two samples. These two assumptions are null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. Our assumptions only, not exact values. We are assuming only. Now step 3, level of significance mentioned in the question at 5% level of significance. That's why alpha equal to 0.05. We choose F alpha value at n1 minus n2, n1 minus 1 7, comma n2 minus 1 10 minus 1, 9 degrees of freedom. This value we have to choose from the F distribution table. I'll show you F distribution table. This is F distribution table, critical values of F distribution at alpha equal to 0.05. Alpha value 0.04, F alpha at nu 1 comma nu 2. These are the nu 1 values, these are the nu 2 values. At 7 comma 9 degrees of freedom, nu 1 is 7, nu 2 is 9 degrees. The corresponding value is 3.29. F alpha values, these are F alpha values at nu 1 values, these are the nu 2 values. Nu 1 equal to 7 and nu 2 equal to 9, because nu 1 means n1 minus 1, nu 2 means n2 minus 1. So 7 comma 9 degrees of freedom, that value is 3.29. So therefore F alpha value is 3.29. So from F distribution table, we got it F alpha at 7 comma 9 degrees of freedom is 3.29 from F distribution table in step 3. Now going back to step 4, test statistic formula, F equal to S1 square by S2 square, or S2 square by S1 square. Whichever is highest value, that will be in the numerator. So here, compared to S1 square and S2 square values, S1 square value is greater than S2 square value. 12 is greater than 11.4. That's why 12.057 by 11.4. These two values already we have calculated in the previous slide. So if you simplify, we are going to get F value 1.057, and mod F also you can calculate 1.057, and F alpha we got it 3.29 something in step 3. Now in the conclusion, compare these two values. Mod F value 1.057 is less than 3.29. So that's why mod F less than F alpha. This is the tabulated value, this is the calculated value. If it is less than, according to the test of hypothesis procedure, we are going to accept null hypothesis. Accept null hypothesis means S1 square equal to S2 square. S, that means S, there is no difference. S, there is no difference between two sample variances. So this is the problem in F-test. But here we are going to discuss a small concept. Actually, what we got it S1 square 12.057 and S2 square 11.4. But both are not same, na? Both are not same. S1 square not equal to S2 square. But what I have proved, S1 square equal to S2 square. That means in our procedure there is an error. Some mistake is there. Which type of error we are accepting when it is false? Actually false statement. But I proved that it is a true. That means accept null hypothesis when it is false. So this is called type 2 error. The procedure error is called type 2 error. In case if reject null hypothesis when it is true, that is called type 1 error. Here we are accepting null hypothesis when it is false. The statement is false even though I proved both are true. That's why there is an error in our procedure which is called type 2 error. If I go to another problem in F-test, the description of the problem is time taken by workers in performing a job by method 1. Two types of jobs. Method 1, method 2. Method 1 size 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So first sample size 6. Second sample size 7. So two samples. Two samples means which test is suitable? T-test for difference of means or F-test, depends on the question. Does the data shows the variances? We are going to verify the variances of time distribution from the population which these samples are drawn do not differ significantly. The word variances, that means we are going to verify that is there any difference between the two sample variances. We are going to verify that there is any significant difference between the variances of two samples. Means we are going to apply F-test according to the description of the problem, and alpha value not given. So general alpha, standardized alpha value, level of significance we can take 0.05. We require S1 square, S2 square values. Before going to find S1 square and S2 square values, X1 bar value, X2 bar value also not given. How to find X1 bar value? X1 bar value means mean of the first sample. But all the sample values we know that average of all these values like this 20 plus 16 plus 27 plus 23 plus 22 plus 26 by number of samples 6. This value we are going to get 22.33. Similarly, you can find out X2 bar value like this 27 plus 33 plus 42 and so on 38 by 7, number of samples 7. If you simplify is, we are going to get x2 bar. After getting x1 bar and x2 bar, S1 square formula, we know that 1 by n1 minus 1 sigma xi minus x1 bar whole square, 1 by 6 minus 1, where x1 bar 20 minus, this sample means same, 22.3, 22.3, x1 bar. These are the sample values, 20, 16, 27 and 26. Simplify it, we are going to get S1 square. Like that, S2 square, 1 by n2 minus 1 sigma I equal to 1 to n xi minus x2 bar. x2 bar we got it 34.43 in each step, and x2 sample values 27, 33, 42 and so on 38. If we simplify it, S2 square. So S1 square is 16.26, S2 square is 22.28. That means S2 square value is greater than S1 square. So we can use in test statist F equal to S2 square by S1 square, not S1 square by S2 square, because here S2 square is greater than S1 square value. Now we are going to discuss the hypothesis setups procedure. So we are going to set up null hypothesis H0 S1 square equal to S2 square. That means there is no difference between the variances of two samples. This is the standard setup. Alternative hypothesis, there is a difference between two sample variances. Alpha is given 0.05. So we require F alpha. Alpha is 0.05 at n1 minus n2 degrees, where n1 equal to 6, n1 minus 1, 5, n2 equal to 7, n2 minus 1, 6 degrees of freedom. This value we have to choose from F distribution table. In F distribution table, at 5,6 degrees of freedom, this is 5, mu1, and this is 6. The corresponding value 4.39 at 0.05 level of significance. So 4.39. F 0.05 at 5,6 degrees of freedom is 4.39. That value we have taken here. F alpha at 5,6 degrees of freedom is 4.39. Tabulated value. So we got it 1.37. Mod F we have taken 1.37. F alpha we have chosen from the table 4.39. So mod F is less than F alpha. So according to this procedure, we accept null hypothesis. We are accepting null hypothesis means S1 square equal to S2 square. There is also some error because S1 square value 16.26 and S2 square value 22.2i. Both are not same, but I proved that both are same. That means there is an error in our procedure. That error is accepting null hypothesis. Accepting null hypothesis when it is false means type 2 error. This problem also type 2 error procedure, because we are accepting null accepting null hypothesis, accepting the statement when it is false statement, because both are not same, values are not same, but I proved both are same. That's why such type of error is known as type 2 error. Now third problem in F test in a different way. Two random samples gave the following results. Two samples are given. Their sizes, first sample size 10, second sample size 12. First sample mean x1 bar 10, second sample mean x2 bar 12. And sum of squares of deviations from mean. That means this is called sigma xi minus x1 bar whole square. This 108 means sigma xi minus x2 bar whole square. 108 is given, 90 is given. All the values are given. Question is, test whether the sample came from the population or not. Test whether the samples came from the population or not. So according to the statement or description of the problem, these values are given, and he mentioned that these samples came from the population or not only. He did not mention, the problem did not specify that whether there is any significant difference between the means of the two samples or whether there is any significant difference between the variances of two samples. So in this case, we are going to use any type of test. Either it may use t-test for difference of means, or either you can use f-test. In case the problem consists of particularly difference between means, we are going to use t-test for difference of means. Particularly mention variances, we are going to use f-test. But in this problem, won't mention anything. So that's why we can choose any type of test, either t-test for difference of means or f-test. Now we are going to do this problem by using f-test. S1 square values. Actually this numerator, sum of squares of deviation from first mean 90 is given, second mean 9 is given. So 90 by 9, 10. S2 square 9.81. So S1 square value greater than S2 square. So we can use F equal to S1 square by S2 square. Now we are going to set up null hypothesis. There is no difference between two variances. There is a difference between two variances. Alpha 0.05. We are going to choose F 0.05 at 9, 11 degrees of freedom. 0.05 at 9, 11 degrees of freedom from the F distribution table. Nine, 11 degrees of freedom. That value is this one, 2.9. That value we have chosen here, 2.9. F 0.05 at 9, 11 degrees of freedom, 2.90 from F distribution table. Now test statistic, S1 square by S2 square, because S1 square is greater than value S2 square. Mod F is 1.018. Mod F less than F alpha, we accept null hypothesis. That means there is no difference between variances of two samples. There is no difference. H naught S1 square equal to S2 square. But actually the statement is S1 square equal to 10, S2 square equal to 9.8. There is a difference, 0.2 difference is there, even though we accept null hypothesis. That means accept H naught when the statement is false. So which type of error? Type 2 error. So we have completed 3 problems. These are the exercise problems on F-test. Okay. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.